The open sea has always been a highway for contraband, smugglers, pirates, and drug cartels exploiting the vast, ungovernable waters to move their illicit goods. But in the summer of 2019, one of the most audacious narcotics operations in modern history was uncovered, not in some lawless coastal region, but in the heart of a major American port. This is the story of the MSC Gayane, a massive container ship that became the stage for a $1 billion cocaine smuggling scheme, and the dramatic bust that brought it down. The MSC Gayane was no ordinary vessel. Stretching over 1,000 feet long, it was a floating city of steel, carrying thousands of shipping containers across the Atlantic. Registered in Liberia, but operated by Mediterranean Shipping Company, MSC, one of the world's largest cargo firms, it was supposed to be a symbol of legitimate global trade. But beneath its lawful facade, something sinister lurked. Somewhere between South America and Europe, the ship had been turned into a narco-submarine on a colossal scale. The scheme was bold. Instead of sneaking drugs through hidden compartments or fast boats, the cartels had gone bigger, infiltrating the crew itself. Investigators later discovered that key members of the Gayane staff were in on the plot. As the ship sailed north from Peru, small boats approached under cover of darkness. Using the ship's own cranes, crew members hoisted tons of cocaine, packed in duffel bags, aboard, stashing them deep inside containers filled with legitimate cargo, like fruit and scrap metal. It was a floating drug warehouse, hidden in plain sight.
No perfect crime lasts forever. In June 2019, U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents received a critical tip, possibly from an informant or intercepted communications, that the Gayane was carrying an unusually large drug shipment. When the ship docked in Philadelphia on June 17th, a specialized CBP team boarded it for an inspection. At first, nothing seemed amiss. The crew appeared cooperative. The cargo manifests looked normal. But when agents began drilling into suspicious containers, they hit the jackpot. Behind stacks of produce and industrial materials, they found duffel bags upon duffel bags of tightly packed cocaine bricks. The scale of the discovery was staggering. By the time the search was over, agents had uncovered 16.5 metric tons, over 36,000 pounds of cocaine, enough to fill a small truck. The street value? An estimated $1.1 billion, making it one of the largest drug seizures in U.S. history. The legal response was swift and severe. U.S. authorities arrested 8 crew members, including the ship's second and third mates, accusing them of directly participating in the smuggling operation. Court documents revealed chilling details. Crew members had allegedly used the ship's GPS to coordinate with drug boats and even posed for photos with the cocaine during the loading process. But the biggest shock came when the U.S. Department of Justice took the extraordinary step of seizing the entire ship, a $90 million asset under maritime drug trafficking laws. This was a rare and aggressive move, signaling that the U.S. would no longer tolerate complicity in narco-smuggling, even from major corporations. MSC, desperate to recover its vessel, paid a $10 million settlement and promised stricter anti-smuggling protocols. Yet, the damage to its reputation was done. The incident exposed glaring vulnerabilities in the shipping industry, where corrupt crews, lax inspections, and the sheer volume of cargo made drug trafficking frighteningly easy.
The bust was more than just a record-breaking drug seizure. It was a wake-up call. If a cartel could hijack a billion-dollar ship and turn it into a narcotics transport, what else was slipping through the cracks? In the years since, ports have tightened security, and shipping companies now face greater scrutiny over crew vetting and cargo checks. But the ocean remains vast, and the profits of smuggling are too tempting for cartels to ignore. As for the Gayane itself, After being released by U.S. authorities, it was renamed and quietly returned to service, a ghost of its notorious past. But its story lives on as a reminder, in the shadowy world of global shipping, sometimes the most dangerous contraband isn't hidden in the cargo, it's hiding in plain sight. In the end, this wasn't just a drug bust, it was a maritime heist in reverse, where the criminals tried to turn a cargo ship into the ultimate smuggling machine. And for a while, they almost got away with it. But on that summer day in Philadelphia, the ocean's secrets washed ashore, along with one of the biggest piles of cocaine ever seized in U.S. history.